Yeah, what's up, y'all? I was just getting ready to make a video, and then I was like, I'm gonna go live for a few minutes. So check this out, man. So here's the lick. Maybe go a little louder there. So what I've got going on there is this Greg Howe arpeggio I've been doing for years that Greg showed me. My God, I forgot how beautiful this guitar is. Wow. So there's this A minor arpeggio, basically that. The way Greg Howe showed it to me, there's a little bit more to it, right? But what I've done is, so you go up like 4 notes at a time. What's up? Whoever's here, say hi. So I'm doing 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One of my favorite patterns ever. But then I was working on Satriani's If I Could Fly, and he's got this cool lick that really stands out to me. You know, Satriani does a lot of like that kind of stuff. In that song, right after that, he goes into this. I think that is so cool. I actually added an extra picked note right there. He actually holds it for an extra quarter of a beat, an extra 16th note. But to me, it loses a little bit of the momentum. Not in the song, the way he does it, but when I play it. So I like having that da-da-da-da-da-da, that whole approach. That little double pick thing is really cool. Hey, somebody's here. Hey, say hi. Hi there. So what I did was I took that Satriani idea and I've moved it into that Greg Howe arpeggio. And so now it goes, what did I do? Okay, and then I end with just a couple of bent notes. What's up, Oscar? How you doing? Hey, let me know where you're flying in from. Where are you in the world today? I am in Fort Worth, Texas, the United States. The United States, apparently enemy of the planet Earth now, and I'm so sorry about that. Shin, hi, what's up? And also, you guys let me know if you're not in the United States. I always have people from not the United States jumping on here. I am curious. I don't want to get too political, but I am fascinated by what, because we only see America from America. I'm kind of curious, what does the rest of the world think of the United States right now? Anyway, back to the lesson. So I've got this Greg Howe arpeggio. It's an A minor, kind of in a different way than you might normally play it. And we do it in groups of 4. I can't even play it slow. And then full speed. Okay? And then I've got this Satriani idea with these cool double picked notes. Keeping it in A minor or like A Dorian. So then I'm putting it together. Let me see if I can do it kind of slow first. And then I just added those 2 notes at the end to finish it off. Let me see if I can do it full speed. I don't know. And that's it. That's it. So like my 4 favorite guitar players are Joe Satriani, Greg Howe, Tom DeLonge from Blink-182, and Kevin Cadigan from Third Eye Blind. At least in the electric guitar world. So I like trying to combine what those guys do. So this is kind of a Satriani, Greg Howe mashup. Let's see. Vinay says, hello, brother. I'm from India. Greetings from India. I've always got cool people from India jumping on. I'm curious, Vinay, and let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. What do people in India think about America right now? To say, can you play Buddy Holly by Weezer shortly? Yeah. I'm in standard tuning, but I'm in a good mood today. Normally I don't take requests, but... Why do they got up front? How's that part go? Oh no, I can't remember. Shoot. What's with these homies? Sorry, I can't sing very well. What's with these homies dissing my girl? Why do they got up front? What did we ever do to these guys that made them so violent? Ooh, but to know. But to know. Oh, I don't remember the next part. Because I normally, when I play that with a band, I usually play that lead part. So that's probably... And to know, that's Where's that pitch? Ew, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and you married Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about us anyway. I don't care about that. Right, something like that. I'm sorry, that's a really... And I know the solo to Buddy Holly, or I did like 3 weeks ago. But I'm telling you, I learn songs for gigs, and then I instantly forget the song. So, sorry, that was a horrible rendition of Buddy Holly. Life tips by Nanu. I want some life tips today, please, Nanu. You are also from India. Cool, man. Yeah. Let me know. I want to know, what is the Indian sentiment of America right now? Vinay says, how you doing? I'm doing good. I think you were doing that little riff between 18 and 19 on the lowest string. That's my lowest string. I have to tell my guitar students, like, hey, this is the lowest string. This is the highest string, because we talk about high and low in terms of pitch. Thank you so much for playing. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't very good. Anyway, so this lick that I'm doing, and if you guys do have any questions, pop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer them. I am, for those of you who don't know me, I am a professional musician and a guitar teacher. So between both of those things, that's how I make my living. Like and subscribe if you dig it. There's also a link in the description for my free guitar warm-ups course, which is pretty cool. There's a really crazy warm-up in there. Sorry, I messed it up. Where I'm going through all 7 arpeggios in the key, and plus some bonus notes. So that's a really cool one from Greg Howe that he showed me. And then there's also some like trills and 5-note patterns and things. So it's really cool. There's 10 warm-ups in that course. The main lick that I'm working on right now that I started on... If you want the tab for that, I have it. I tabbed it out. So it's like a Greg Howe arpeggio. Y'all are probably seeing this backwards. It's like a Greg Howe arpeggio followed by a Joe Satriani modified idea. Because I love taking, like, stealing licks from other players, but then you morph them and you find a way to make them your own, right? So... yeah, so let me see if I can do it full speed. That I think is like around 140 beats per minute, something like that. Hello again, Wilfred. What's up, Wilfred? Tousse says, looks very professional. I'm following. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, I have spent a lot of time and a lot of money investing in my own guitar education, as well as my business, my online guitar lessons business. It's been a long, slow progression of just learning how to do everything correctly and help my students the best that I can. So I owned a music school for 10 years here in Fort Worth, Texas, and then I sold it in the fall to pursue my professional guitar playing career. and then I'm also teaching online to kind of help support that. And it's a lot harder than I thought it would be. Like, I knew it was going to be hard, but it's even harder than I thought. So, but I'm having a great time doing it. Happy advanced Good Friday. Yeah, thanks, Wilfred. Oh yeah, that's tomorrow. Va says that's illegal. What's illegal? What is illegal? Stealing licks and then morphing them, or being a professional guitar player? This is a divine speed. Can you please play Layla? Layla. Oh, okay, all right. You don't have to spam it. Goodness gracious, Garang. Let me see. Okay, all right. If you put please play Layla one more time, I'm definitely not going to do it. But I think it's, yeah. That's it. I'm kind of going by ear because I couldn't totally remember it. And then up an octave, it's like. Let's see. Sorry. God, I just did it down here. Right? There you go. All right, that one's just for you, Garang. Give me a like, give me a sub if you liked my horrible version of Layla. Is that guitar Satriani's? Yes, I stole it from Joe. Hento. So check this out. This is really cool because I don't know if anyone else has done this to their Satriani guitar. I am a big fan of just being able to get a guitar and not have to modify it or do anything to it. But I have kind of just found over the years that anytime I get a new guitar, there's always something I want to change. So this guitar, I have a couple of videos on my YouTube channel reviewing this guitar. This is the Satriani. If you just search Eric Bourassa, or just go to my channel and search Satriani guitar review, it's on there. But one of them, I didn't get a good sound out of the lead, out of these pickups for either distortion or the clean. But anyway, this came stock with black pickups that were like designed by DiMarzio, but they weren't actual DiMarzio pickups, and they sounded pretty good. And so this is the Indonesian made one, right? The premium Japanese made one is like $3,000 now. This one retails for like $900 US now. I got it a few years ago when it first came out. My buddy who worked at Guitar Center hooked me up. I got it for like $650. And then I think I spent $200 on the pickups. These are the actual Satriani signature pickups. And with DiMarzio, you can get them in any color you want. And I really thought the pink went with the blue quite well and just aesthetically looked really neat. So I went for that. And then they just sound incredible. This guitar is amazing. Unfortunately, my neck pickup, the wiring, there's something messed up with it right now. But this thing does a split coil, so you get a pretty amazing single coil sound out of these, as well as the humbuckers. I just love this guitar. So for about $1,000, I've got an amazing and you can't get a maple fretboard on the premium versions, only on this one. And it feels, I don't know. In my opinion, you could give me a $3,000 Satriani premium JS, and I think I'd rather have this one. I prefer the higher end guitars. I have quite a few high end guitars because I've spoiled myself like that. But this one, I love it. Freaking love it. It's the only Satriani one. Any Gambali licks? Okay, you know what's funny about that, Wilfred? In my 10 guitar warm-ups course, the link in the description, totally free course, videos and tab and everything. There is a Frank Gambali arpeggios workout that I'm actually still working through myself. So I can't do a lot of, I can do kind of some cool, arpeggios. Like that. And then of course this new lick that I've been working on today, which is the reason I jumped on. So I don't have a lot of Frank Gambale in my repertoire. Definitely I've been more of a disciple of Joe Satriani and Greg Howe and Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 and Kevin Cadigan from Third Eye Blind. So those are my like 4 main influences. And then some people don't know this about me, but I'm also like a diehard Carly Rae Jepsen fan. I love her music. So anytime I can find a way to kind of like get that kind of dance pop influence in my music, I want to as well. Nugget says, how can I play the whammy bar part of Kickstart My Heart? Okay, I think, so this is a great guitar for it because it's got a Floyd Rose. This is the one thing I would like to still upgrade on this guitar. But I think Kickstart My Heart, if you just depress the bar down, and then you just go up a fret each time. So it's like, it's like something like that. It's been a long time since I've heard Kickstart My Heart, but yeah, you're just slowly pulling up on the whammy bar as you move up the frets. You get that kind of like motorcycle sound. Right? Javier says, hey bro, could you play Love Thing? I don't know it off the top. Look, Satriani songs take a lot of work and a lot of preparation. I can play another song from that album just because I've been working on it lately. So like, for instance, I've done Summer Song on my YouTube channel. I've done Surfing with the Alien. I've done Not of This Earth. I don't remember any of those songs at this point. Like, if you don't, let me put it this way. You have to make it a full-time job to know these songs really well. And you have to play them every single day. Otherwise, they go away. Like, I kind of remember some of Surfing. And then I don't remember the rest. And then it kicks off into the like. That was like one of the first fast runs. I remember that being like the first like really fast Satriani legato run I learned. And that's just like, now when I play fast, I tend to do very Satriani. Very Satriani influenced stuff. I mean, that stuff got ingrained in me when I was like 18 years old. And then I also know Up in the Sky. I've been working on a cover of that. I'm going to be posting those to my YouTube channel. I'll be doing a cover of Up in the Sky from the same album as Love Thing, Crystal Planet, my favorite Satriani album. And then my other favorite Satriani album, Is There Love in Space? I'll be doing that one. I'll be doing If I Could Fly. So I just got to get those harmonics better. I've been getting better. Yeah. I just did a short this morning, by the way, on my channel, of the solo to that song. So there's the solo to Up in the Sky by Joe Satriani. But again, I've been playing that song every day for the last like 3 weeks. And as soon as I upload the YouTube video, I'm going to forget how to play it. So that's just the way it is. Voss is, what amp do you use? Okay, so I'm just going to say in general, I like Plexi style amps. Before I even knew what a Marshall Plexi was, I found it on like a modeler thing that was called Plexi, and I didn't even know what a Plexi was, but I was just going through different sounds, and I was like, ooh, I like this one. I don't know what a Plexi is, but I like this sound. And then over the years, I came to find out, like, oh, no wonder I like it, because that's what so many of my favorite guitar players use as their bass sound. So that being said, let me show you my amps. So right now I'm actually running through my Quad Cortex. It's running a modeled Morgan SW50, which I've never played a Morgan amp in my life, but I just love the way it sounds in here. Wouldn't be surprised to hear it's a Plexi-inspired amp. But check it out. Here's my Mesa TC50. I love this. It's probably my favorite all-around amp, but for whatever reason in the Quad Cortex, I don't like the way it sounds in there. And then check this out. I've got my Friedmans. The top one, that Runt 20, is actually probably my #1 favorite amp, because I can plug it directly into my computer and record with it. And then the BE100, I just found it at the Dallas Guitar Show one year, and I was like, it's like a true Plexi, you know? I mean, it's a Plexi is what it is, but just built by Dave Friedman. And I was like, I have to have that. And I have one other amplifier, which is my Fender Twin. The reality is, though, for professional gigging, I could get rid of everything and just use the Quad Cortex. I never, ever take these amps out of the house anymore. It just doesn't make any sense. Let's see. Grunk says, nice job, bro. Of course, bro. You really are great. Thanks, dude. I won't leave without subscribing. All right, I'm holding you to it. Hento says, do a Miscellaneous improv. Love your work, man. I subbed. Okay, Miscellaneous. All right. Let's see. Let's find us. Yeah. By the way, y'all see the Mario Kart World Nintendo Direct? Are any of y'all into that? I cannot wait for the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't think I'll be able to get one right away, but that's like a big. Yeah, that's exciting. So let me know if y'all. Okay, let's see. Oh, you know what? I have an A Mixolydian backing track that I made. It's not stellar, but it's here. Again, y'all, let me know where you're from. I love seeing where everybody is beaming in from. A Mixo backing track. All right. It's not great, but it'll work. Get this volume down. Oh, I did that. That doesn't work. Oh, wait. Let's see, that's the wrong place. Okay, I don't know, man. Something like that, right? That's my A Mixo jam. Went better than I thought it would be. I will tell you this. I've been practicing my improvisation, but I am not a great improviser. I am better at writing solos. So if you ever hear any of my music, I almost never improvise anything. What I do is I'll improvise something over and over and over again, and then I start like creating ideas, and then I start kind of creating a roadmap from that, and then I build out a solo. It's too terrifying. Just kind of not knowing what you're going to do. I have to have a plan ahead of time. You know what I mean? Hinto says, or Nuno type tapping. I have one Nuno inspired lick that I did in a song called Orchidaceous from my last album, Bourassa Park. The riff goes, and the lick, I haven't played it in a while. Let me see if I can. That's the lick. That's the lick. Okay, that's my one Nuno lick that I've got. Nugget says that's very cool. Right on. Hopefully I'm not embarrassing myself too much. Wilfred says, pickup wise, I think Richie Kotzen's signature guitar rings out really, really well. Yeah, I almost bought the Richie Kotzen signature because I haven't really listened to any of his music, but I was in the market for my first Telecaster back in the fall because I live in Texas, and I started picking up some like country gigs. And I'm not really a country player, but the sound, I just couldn't get the sound that I needed from like my Strats, which I thought I could, and I couldn't. So I started searching for a Telecaster, never wanted a Tele my whole life. And it was down to the Richie Kotzen and the Fender Tele Select. And if you guys have seen any other videos on my channel of me with the Tele, you know that I got that Fender Tele Select. Which is not like a super common Telecaster, but basically the Richie Kotzen and the Select Tele each had what I was looking for in terms of specs. So in terms of the sound that they were getting, in terms of the fret height, the fretboard radius, and what other thing was that was basically it. And then it just sounding amazing. The only thing I had to do to that Tele Select was kind of shave off the finish off the back with some sandpaper. But I did get a chance to play the Richie Kotzen recently, and I was half tempted to jump on that because it's really cool. Thanks, Vach. I appreciate that, man. Garang says you're already better than half the guitarist. Oh, thank you. Vach says let him cook. Etoile, I haven't heard you play natural harmonic minor stuff. I don't do a lot of harmonic minor. I have a few songs. I usually have like one song on each album that I write that has some harmonic minor or E Phrygian dominant stuff on it. But it's something that I'll prepare specifically like for that song. But like in my day-to-day, like when I'm playing gigs for other people, like nobody's doing harmonic minor. It's all like major, minor, Dorian, and Mixolydian. Those are kind of the four modes. I love Lydian as well, and I love Phrygian. But I just those are the things that I get paid to do, and so I need to spend time focusing on those. You know what I mean? Do you have Iceman? I had the Fireman. If you're asking about the Paul Gilbert guitar, I had an Ibanez Fireman for a while, and I love that guitar. One of my former students has that guitar. I sold it to them like a decade ago, and she still has it, which makes me really happy, and she still plays it. Va says, oh my God, my amp sucks. What do you have, Va? What kind of amp do you have? Nugget, have you guys watched the Minecraft movie yet? Nugget, I hope you're still here. Yes, I saw the Minecraft movie. I took my kids to see it, and I freaking loved it. The trailers were so bad. I thought that movie does not look good, and I died laughing. I thought it was so fun. Jason Momoa, spin kick. And at the end, with Jack Black and the main villain, that interaction, I'm not going to spoil it, but my goodness, that... And then the flying scene, that movie was so much better than I expected. Let's see. Hento says, you look great with an Iceman. Oh, okay, yeah. I dig that. Vlasai. We were high AF. That'd be a crazy movie to see like that. Ekin22 says, hello, I'm new. Well, welcome. Welcome, Ekin. Let me know where you're beaming in from, and if you got any questions... Nugget, I'm afraid of going into the theaters. LOL. I don't blame you. I fortunately got to see the Minecraft movie like before people were going crazy in the theaters. It seemed like our crowd was pretty chill. Vaz from Armenia and Argentina, huh? Wow. So like, did you emigrate to one of those countries from the other? Garang says love from India. Nugget from India too. Which state? Ekin's from Sweden. All right, cool. Nugget says, Durga. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that is. Etoile from Texas, currently practicing 24-tone equal temperament microtonal harmony. Oh goodness. Wow, you're serious. That's pretty intense. Ekin says crazy. I can't get how people play harmonic on other frets apart from 5. So, harmonics. Okay, I can show you. Right, so you have harmonics on 5, 7, and 12. You can also do 4. It helps if you have a lot of gain. It's hard to do clean. But then you can also, like on 3, there's a couple different harmonics in the 3rd fret. Those are kind of tough. And at 3, you can do it at 15. So like Satriani does a lot right there, like the 15th fret on the 3rd string. In fact, I think that's the one he does for surfing. And if you ever listen to him live, because those harmonics are tough to hit, sometimes guitar players will miss the harmonic, and so they'll hit it again. So they'll go like... You'll hear them hit it again, right? Yeah, so you'll do that. You can also do pinch harmonics, right? And you can do a pinch harmonic on any. So I can stay on the 7th fret, bend it up, like Billy Gibbons, ZZ Top style. Yeah, so that's how you can kind of get harmonics anywhere. Hento says, that was a great jam. Okay, thanks. Etoile says, I see Steve Vai influence there with the whammy bar, but who taught Steve? Satriani. That's right. Got my Satriani guitar right here. So the main thing I do that's very Steve Vai-like, those little sweep bursts that he'll do. Right, he'll do kind of things like that. And then like in For the Love of God, he'll do kind of like something kind of like that. So I do stuff. I'll do things like that as well. Every now and then I'll get on a Steve Vai kick. He's incredible. Larry says, how close are you to Dallas to give lessons? Larry, I'm in Fort Worth. So I teach. I also teach online. Larry, shoot me an email, eric@unlimitedguitar.com, and we can set up a time. I can send you details. But yeah, if you're in Dallas, we're not too far away from each other. Probably about a 35, 40-minute drive, depending on where you are in Dallas. I'm in Fort Worth proper, like just west of downtown Fort Worth, off of Camp Bowie. So it's a straight shot. Like I'm right off of 30. Yeah. Etole online lessons, bro. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I do online lessons. Anyone that's interested, shoot me an email, eric@unlimitedguitar.com. You can also, if you get on my email list by downloading but getting access to the free course that's in the description, my 10 essential guitar warm-ups course, totally free. And when you put in your email and your name, it'll add you to my email list. And then usually about 5 times a week, I'll send an email to my email list, let them know what's up, what's going on. And you can always respond to me there. So those are kind of the 2 ways you can contact me about that, Larry. So yeah, I'd love to meet up with you. And I do right now, I don't always do this, but right now I am offering a free 20-minute one-on-one session where we'll meet online just to talk and have me ask questions and see if us working together is a good fit. Because some people, I'm not always the best guitar teacher for them. They're not always the best student for me. So it's really important that that we make sure we're vibing, because once somebody starts lessons with me, they're usually with me for years. And so we want to make sure that we're that we're on the same kind of wavelength, right? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I could still play the lick that I wrote today. So for those of you just joining us, I got this like Greg Howe inspired arpeggio. And then this Satriani inspired idea. So then put them together. So that's kind of the main thing I've been working on today. Nugget says, chicken jockey. Okay, I gotta tell you, Nugget, in the Minecraft movie, I didn't get the chicken jockey thing. So like other people were like losing their minds. That was actually my least favorite part of the movie, and I think it's because I didn't get it. I didn't get the reference. But like all the other stuff, I don't know the world of Minecraft all that well, but even not knowing Minecraft, I still had a great time at the movie. But the chicken jockey thing, I didn't, what did I miss? I think I missed something with that. Oscar says, how do I get more better guitar playing like that with the scales? Okay, Oscar, let me see how I can best answer this. Truthfully, like I'm gonna try to answer this question in the next like couple minutes, but that is a long kind of conversation. I think the best guys don't focus on scales when they solo, in my opinion. They focus on chord tones. So like if I'm playing a G, let's say like if we're in like A Miscellaneous, and it's like A to G, then I want to hit notes from those chords. And that's where you're going to really start to excel. Because for a long time, I would solo and just go like, I would just try to play scales as fast as I could. And it's kind of cool for a second, but then it sort of loses its luster. So you want to connect those scale notes with some key chord tones. I'll just show you one pattern that helped me, which is a very Satriani style scale. So what Satch does is he'll like, let's say I've got like G, like just G major. Number one, you need to know your scales really well. So I learned my G major scale all up and down the fretboard and played it with a bunch of different patterns to get super comfortable with it so that I wasn't just running it straight up and down. So I have all my students go through what's called the major scale 3-minute challenge. And so they have to play each box up and back. Then they have to play them horizontally, and then they have to play them diagonally. And you have to do it in less than 3 minutes. So it proves when you go through that challenge that you really know the scales well. So that's number one. Then you want to learn a couple of like sequences. So like a common Satriani sequence would be that. Then you shift up. And then he might go up 3 strings. So that was one of the first ones I learned. So you want to find like a cool pattern that you like, that you can start moving around all over the fretboard. And then, like, let's say I want to start with that note, but then I need to know where I'm going. So let's say I want to get to this F sharp here. So now I'm going to connect those. Okay, so I don't know if that kind of answers your question. Really, though, that's something that I would recommend, whether it's with me or with somebody else, I would recommend working with a guitar teacher to go in depth with that and have them watch what you're doing and listen to you and really give you more specific direction for what you specifically need right now. Nugget says, I'll go practice. Love it. Larry says, do you know how to play Glasgow Kiss? Oh my gosh, I did. I did at one point. But Larry, as I was sharing with everybody in here, like I learned so many songs for like gigs and stuff that the day after the show is over, I start forgetting them again. So so it's been a long time. I don't know, man. It's something like that. Glasgow Kiss is such an incredible song. That John Petrucci suspended animation album. I found the tab book for that at Half Price Books once for like $12 years ago, and I should have bought it. I don't know why I didn't. Greek says, great tips. Yeah, cool. Anyway, I'm going to do this lick one more time, and then I'm going to jump off if there's no more questions, because I gotta do some other work. But right there's the Greg Howe pattern, and then the Satriani pattern. Yeah, there we have it. There we have it. All right, you guys, great to see you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you had fun. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys today. So let's do it again tomorrow. Larry says John is one of my favorites. Yeah, absolutely. I think Petrucci is incredible. I'm a big fan of Dream Theater as well as Petrucci. I don't attempt to play their stuff very often because usually I need like a 7-string and it's detuned. And it's very, very hard. So I kind of stay in my own lane usually. But I learned the Under a Glass Moon solo a few years ago, and I had a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, Larry, again, email me, eric@unlimitedguitar.com, or just hop on my email list with the link in the description. You guys check out my free guitar course, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. See ya.